here. I'm Beer Von Wright, and this is Grafikmetal's annual end of the year best albums of 2024. And this one is black metal, no particular order. If you want to see our entire Grafikmetal's ranked list of the top 240 albums across all the subgenres, then in addition being able to see the actual scoring for all the albums and where they fit in the entire ranking from 1 to 240, you can buy our Grafikmetal 2024 in review digital book. Okay, enough. Let's get to it. This is Grafikmetal's favorite black metal albums of 2024 in no particular order. Swords of Dajjal by Necrowitch, a black death metal album released on February 2nd. Bring out your swords, we're headed to war. They continue to push that line in the sand between death and black, but it's the additional background layering that really leaves a lasting impression. Hollow by Hauntologist, a black metal album released on January 8th. If you were stuck in a submarine during war, I imagine this is what it would sound like. The reverb echo system throughout creates a gloomy atmosphere and tone, allows it to stand out, despite it being the first album heard from 2004. Yeah, I never try to pronunciate this one, but I'll give it a shot. Helga kvöl by Sólstafir, a post-black melodic death metal album released on November 8th. They continue to push and explore the deepest depths of ice, stillness, and uncomfortability. It's raw and intense, yet personal and beautiful. III by Solbrud, a black melodic death metal album released on February 2nd. This one is like a 6-course meal at a Michelin star fine dine restaurant that lasts all day and you're blindfolded. Black metal tends to explore in length, but this one takes the cake. 135 minutes. Ugh. But it's in length. It comes with a sea of marvelous soundscapes that will keep you entertained mostly throughout. The Aphotic Embrace by Zwielicht, a black metal album released on February 9th. Powerful. Everything they do feels larger than life, and the scale of some of their songs is absolutely incredible. Almost kind of feels like listening to an alternate reality soundtrack to Frank Herbert's Dune. Dömmes till död by Khold, a black groove metal album released on March 22nd. That guitar tone, it's just nasty. How many hours do we think Gard spends painting himself? Honestly. It's paying off though, among their best yet. Void by Vanessa Funke, a black metal album released on July 12th. A one-woman band performing all the duties. It's not perfect. The production can be a little flat in areas, and she is not the greatest of harmony singers. But girl, does she make up for it, and then some with her craftsmanship, spirit, and thematic storytelling. Not to mention a heck of a potent death metal growl. Nocturnal Will by Dödsrit, a black melodic death metal album released on March 29th. The vocals are still terrible, damn it, but goddamn can they shred with the absolute best of them. Raise the sword up high. Aldrlok by, I'm not gonna even attempt this one, a black pagan metal album released on May 31st. Hate being foreign to a native tongue and having absolutely no clue what's going on. That aside, delivers one of the strongest out-of-body experiences of the year. Seems to depict an old Norse Icelandic fictional tale during a turbulent time during the first half of the 11th century when new beliefs made old traditions obsolete. We've heard that before. The name can be translated to Death of an Age. Vortex of the Worlds by Labyrinthus, Stellarum, a atmospheric black metal album released on April 6th. You will either love or hate this one. Black metal has always prided itself in being natural, organic, and truthful. This new band from Odessa will challenge you with that notion. Despite its, capturing the beauty and darkness of black metal, it does so with the heavy use of synthesizer and drum programming. Age of Unreason by ColdCell, a black metal album released on July 26th. A slow burner. Of all the discs on this list, this one took a few listens, quite frankly, before being charmed. But once you do, you really appreciate all its layering techniques that feed off of one another really, really well. Nightfloating by Forgotten Tomb, a post-black metal album released on July 12th. The vocals are rough, but they make up for it with their infectious grooves and guitar work within their post-black backbone, and the piano adds a very nice touch. From the Infinite Light by Iternum, Nata, a black folk metal album released on March 15th. Innocent and experimental, drawing from sinister thoughts and a drive for musical experimentation. Jesse Heikkinen is determined to take you into a dark forest of his imagination where the melancholy of introspection meets the rage of existence. His 12 and 6-string acoustic guitars weave a cloak of serenity injected with black mysticism and accompanied by a Lou Reed or almost Johnny Cash-like singing and spoken word. Blazing Inferno by Yoth, Iria, a black melodic death metal album released on November 8th. The most recent supergroup formed among the Hellenic black metal scene by legends of extreme metal, most notable former being bassist Jim Mutilator of former Rotten Christ. This monster is triumphant, loud, and in your face, and has enough clever ideas to separate it from the muddy scene. Bury Me Here and Astro Consciousness by Funke, a black metal album released on July 19th and September 6th. Probably the most obscure artist on this list, but accidentally came across this single unknown deity with 2 albums being released this year, both drastically different from one another. One amply feels like freezing to death in cold weather, and the other philosophically pondering what is next for your spirit. Beckons Us All by Darkthrone, a black metal album released on April 26th. Look, Mom, the aliens are back. Nah, son, that's just Darkthrone.
Every few years they release a new album, and it causes a magnetic shift in the universe that pulls all of us towards it. We still don't know, air quotes, it is, and air quotes, but it beckons us all. To the Stars by Nyctophobia, a black metal album released on July 5th. It casts a bright light within its bleak melancholy of, well, bleak dystopia. One of those black metal albums that favors speed, but always knows when to build its landscapes with powerful melodies and gentle moments. Satan's Kingdom by Heathen Deity, a black metal album released on November 30th. Proudly represents the essence of true English black metal. It's dynamic, epic, and atmospheric in its pride. You can tell that this is a tribute to the past in all its glory. Bellium 2 by Agilis, a black folk metal album released on May 7th. It's almost like going to the opera or ballet, but completely unknown with not a soul in sight. It really is quite beautiful. And the key is their willingness to be gentle and vulnerable at least half of the time, and that violin. Ancient Hymns of Apocalypse by Martyr of Man, a black metal album released on September 7th. The one-member projects continue, this one coming from Sahad Mazbar. It's rough around the edges, but love the fusion of traditional metal elements with melody and pace buried deep within the razor-sharp, blazing black metal landscape. Solid, evil debut.
And that was the collection. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, it was just merely a collection of some of our favorite albums. If you want the entire ranked Graphic Metal's top 240 albums of 2024 of rock and metal across all the subgenres, plus the actual album scoring and where they fall ranked from 1 to 240, get our book, the Graphic Metal 2024 in Review digital book here. Plus, you get that warm and cozy feeling of knowing that you help support this channel, so this way we can build strong into the next year, which we have big plans for in 2025. I hope you had a great 2024 and good start to the next year. Until then, I'm Veer Von Wright, and you've been watching Graphic Metal. Cheers.